Are we live?
Hello, it is Tune In Tuesdays, and I'm getting on here a little late. Normally we do Tune In Tuesdays at 7 o'clock on Tuesdays. I had another event I wanted to get to today. One of my friends was launching a book, so I just got back from that. So I'm hopping on a little late to answer your questions of all things hormonal. I've tried to get my battery charged, and I'm going to be answering your questions for the next 30 minutes or so. For those of you that are not following me, if you swipe off and you want to look at my YouTube channel, we'll be putting the live up there, Tara Scott MD. Also, make sure that you follow me on Instagram at Hormone Guru MD. You can check out our free download and subscribe to our newsletter. So let me know, where are you joining from? What are your pain points? What are your questions that I can answer for you? All right, good to see you guys. Thanks for joining, and let me know. I'm also going to be kind of glancing to my side to get my questions from YouTube as they come up as well. And you may hear a voice in the background helping me read some of these questions as well. So that would be great. All right. Thank you so much for joining. Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm coming live to you in Northeastern Ohio. We are still cold, but we did have a little bit of sun. Okay, it looks like some questions are coming in. Cortisol in teens, please advise. It causes nausea in the morning. So yes, I do have some patients like that. I'm thinking there's a couple things that could be causing that. When cortisol goes up, it affects insulin. Insulin goes up and then blood sugar goes down. A snack with a little bit of protein and fat before bed could be helpful. Wondering also if she's having a cortisol spike at night and her blood sugar is dropping, that could make you feel nauseated. The other thing that also makes you feel nauseated is high insulin in the morning. So not sure if he or she have any other issues. Farm chick, I have so much joint and knee pain, shoulder since menopause help. That is traditionally a low estrogen symptom. And it's funny because my sister recently started hormone therapy and she's like, I don't have any hot flashes. I don't have any symptoms. We went through the risks and benefits. She went to her provider. She got a prescription and she said, you know what? My joint pain is totally gone. So it wasn't anything she was thinking could be from her joint pain, from low estrogen. But traditionally, that's what we see. New Hampshire, hello. I am running a half marathon in every state, and I have not been to that state yet, Daisy D. So if you can suggest a good half marathon that you think is great, I know it's a tiny state. I'll make a note and check it off my list. I cannot wait to be out there and see what it's like. I bet it's beautiful. Linda say, not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. What kind of doctor do I see for my hormones? That is a great question. So I myself am an OB-GYN, so I had traditional training. And then I did additional training and became a certified menopause practitioner. You can find the directory there at menopause.org. Those certified menopause practitioners shouldn't be afraid to give you hormone therapy. They know the literature, they know the research, but they're still going to be somewhat traditional, and they probably won't be too interested in checking your hormones. You can also look at ifem.org. That is a functional medicine directory. Those doctors may be more holistic in their approach, they might not all have an expertise in hormone therapy. So probably the best place that I think to go to is A4M, the letter A, the number 4M.com. They have a provider directory up in the, I think, right corner. And you can look for someone who is fellowship trained and board certified. And it even lets you select out hormone questions. Okay, we got some questions on YouTube. How would the right maintenance of estrogen detox look like with a person with recurrent fibroids, 35 years old, taking supplements for all three phases for a year? Should she keep doing that? Is a great question, Ivelina. So a lot of that is genetics and other things that maybe it's not the right supplements. Just to kind of go through that, the first phase, we always think of DIM, diethylmethanol. And then the second phase, we think of SAMe, magnesium, B complex. The third, we think of calcium D-glucarate and fibrate. Sorry, not fibroid, but fiber. So those are things that can support estrogen detoxification. So that makes me think, if she's 35, is she still making a lot? Does she not have enough progesterone to downregulate the estrogen receptor? And take a look at cortisol as well. For what periods can they be taken for daily, and how long to stop them before starting to take them again? What tests can be helped to determine this? Great question. What I would probably want to know in that patient, if you've already run the Dutch test, is possibly a genomic test. The enzymes in phase one are CYP1A1, CYP3A4, CYP1B1. They're not always listed in 23andMe. And the second is COMT. She may need a stool test, Evelina. I've missed it before on some people that I can't get their estrogen detox, and it's actually a bacterial dysbiosis with high beta glucuronidase, which is an enzyme that signals an overgrowth. So hopefully that is not too high level for you. Okay, user 903669, will estrogen give me hair on my face? That's a great question. Some women in menopause start having hair on their face, but it's not from estrogen. When estrogen drops, estrogen and testosterone have to be on a teeter-totter. So when estrogen drops and testosterone is dominant, that's when you see those hairs come out. So a lot of times that could be estrogen therapy should not give you hair on your face. Okay, let's see. Okay. Katie Cat, does raspberry leaf tea help PCOS? So I think there's actually been a study that's been published in PubMed on that, but I don't know that I've had any clinical experience with that. And I think the quantity of raspberry tea is kind of high. So that could definitely help. It's not going to hurt. Some of my more favored supplements for PCOS are inositol, 1 gram twice a day, and Vitex could be helpful as well. Davida Brickell, I think I have hormonal migraines. I only get them days after my cycle. How do I treat those? Great question. I don't know how old you are, but generally when people have migraines menstrually, there are 3 different time periods. One is at ovulation when estrogen drops from the release of the egg. The second is right before your period starting from estrogen and progesterone dropping. Now, if you're getting it days after your cycle, that makes me think that you're a little bit older and maybe the estrogen is not increasing as quickly as it should. So a lot of times I have had people who actually